Okay, guys, what better place to start than goals and purpose? So, I want to read to you a couple of different things that really strike home for me. So, what is the only test of a life well lived? Number one, did you do what you intended? And number two, were people glad that you lived? I think that's an excellent test of a life well lived. So, we have to start with intention. What is your intention? I mean, there's obviously a reason why you came to this course and why you're here. There's a reason why you like multifamily. There's something that you're trying to do with it. And we really want to dive into why that's so important, because each time that you face adversity, you're going to want to come back to that reason. And so we really want to solidify it. And in the next video, we're going to go through an exercise that does just that, that sets your goals, solidifies your purpose. But guys, if you're going through life without a purpose, imagine like a ship going out to sea with no map and no destination, like a big old tanker going out, full tank of diesel, heading out to the ocean, and the guy's like, oh yeah, where are we going? I mean, it sounds absolutely ridiculous. Or an airplane pilot taking off and he's like, oh, by the way, where are we going? They don't do that, right? You're like, well, that's ridiculous. But think about your life. And I don't mean to make it personal. Think about most people's life. Most people have no clue where they're going in their life. They have nothing that drives them. They have no purpose. The ship has a purpose of delivering the goods from China to Los Angeles, right? The airplane has a purpose of delivering the passengers from LAX to JFK, right? They have a purpose, and it just sounds so rudimentary. But people, for whatever reason, always seem to skip that. So that is what we're going to spend the very first week on, is just really defining these things. And it may sound foo-foo to you, or maybe you understand the importance of it, but do not take this lightly, because what happens right now and what you do right now in this first week is what's going to give you the power, the purpose to lean back against and go forward when you have problems. So in multifamily, you're going to have what we call stops, like things that stop you. You'll have like a lender that says you can't do a deal, a broker that doesn't call you back, a changing market. You're going to maybe go all the way, put together a team, and then not get accepted for the deal. It happens more often than successes. So that's what makes multifamily tough. And that's also what makes it so amazing. But the number one way to blow all stops is to rekindle your purpose, guys. So you just have to go back to whatever your purpose was and make sure that you think about that and set a strong purpose, and you can blow through. You can stop and say, you know what? I remember why I'm doing this. I'm doing it for my kids. I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for the money, whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as you know what that is, and you can go back and think about that and use that to blow through and continue to go forward, because you will face adversity and you will face stops. So what is basic purpose? Another great definition that I love is it's the survival route chosen for someone to live their life. Isn't that amazing? It's like the thing you choose that is going to give you something to focus on and survive in. And multifamily is, like, in my opinion, one of the highest vehicles to achieve a purpose, because whatever you're trying to achieve, it takes money, right? It's going to take money. Like, even if you don't care about money, you still need the money to have the influence to help the starving families, or the places without water in Africa. Whatever you really feel passionate about, the more money you have, the more you can help those people. And that is a great vehicle. That multifamily is the greatest vehicle for that. But again, that makes it also very hard. So this next exercise we're about to do, don't take it lightly. I want you to print it out. I want you to go through it. And the next video is going to actually walk through that. But I want you to really take your time on this, think about it, and solidify it into your brain, because it is what you're going to have to come back to in those tough times, which I promise you are coming. I don't mean to be a doomsdayer, but it is multifamily in general has setbacks, and that is just part of it. I've experienced them myself. I've had times when I've wanted to quit, and I just know that if I just reset, maybe I have a bad day, drop it for the day, just reset the next day, take those little steps, because we always underestimate what we can achieve in a lifetime, but we overestimate what we can achieve in a short amount of time. So sometimes it feels like you're not making progress, but as long as you're chipping away at it a little bit at a time, you're going to keep getting closer and closer. And when you do face adversity, when you do face the stops, I want you to be able to go back to your commitment and your purpose and your goals, which we're going to do next. And those will help you to push through And I hope this is important to you because it's going to need to be important for you to succeed at it. So take your time on this next module and this next exercise. All right, I'll see you in a second.